welcome back. We are on our way to go pick up our Azure order. My husband actually had the day off. He took the day off for work, and we ended up taking off the rest of our cattle today. So we are not going to have cows at the new house, at least not for the time being. We've had cows for the last, I don't know, 7 years or so, and we're just going to take a break for a while. And eventually we may get back into it, but anyways, he had to drop off the trailer at his brother's house, so I'm going to go pick him up, and then we're going to go pick up our Azure order. So we have been placing a order every month, and this is going to be our third order with them. I truly just cannot say enough positive things about them. We are absolutely in love, and we're not thinking about stopping ordering from them anytime soon. I am pretty excited about a couple of these things. I have been trying to get these things for the past couple of months, and they've just been out of stock by the time my order ships. So, you know, that's one of the cons with Azure. You don't always know that your item is going to ship. Even if you check out, it doesn't mean that that item's going to ship. So that can be kind of frustrating, but I think that's about the only negative thing that I can say about them, is that you don't know for sure if it's going to ship, even if you checked out. So, but you can always place that order or order those things in the next month or the next month. And if you didn't know, you can actually go in and there's a place where you can work. So right now I'm working on my November order, but I can go ahead and start setting up my December order as well. So there are some things that I have been ordering every month, and I should probably just order bigger sizes or more bulk of them. Kind of the whole point in ordering from Azure is to get away from having to go to the grocery store frequently, to be able to extend period of time between trips to the grocery store, just for many reasons. A big reason being to save money. I know whenever I go to the supermarket, and even if I just need one or two things, it's so easy just to put something in my cart that I want or is an impulse purchase, and I don't necessarily need that item, but it's there and I'm there and I buy it, and we're just really trying to get away from that. So that's a huge reason that we're ordering from Azure. The other reason is we just want to have a very well-stocked food pantry. So this isn't for, because we are doomsday preppers or we think that the end of the world is coming. This is simply because you just don't know if, my husband were to lose his job, or if we were to have some kind of health injury where we are unable to go grocery shopping, then this is a way for us to have a well-stocked pantry. And one thing I will say, I am loving having a stocked pantry. Once you really get there and you have ingredients versus already prepared or processed foods, you can make whatever you want at any time. So like last night, I had to change my dinner plans 3 times, but I ended up landing on taco bowls. So I wasn't planning on having taco bowls, but because I had all the ingredients, it took me like 20 minutes and dinner was done, and I didn't have to worry about it or stress about it. I didn't have to call in a pizza. I didn't have to go out to eat. It was still a home cooked meal and something that was made from scratch, and that's why we want to have a stocked pantry. So I will go ahead. Like I said, I'm not going to show the drop whenever we get there, just for people's privacy. There's a lot of like homeschool kids and moms, and I am just not about to show you everything. So I will show you whenever we get back, and I'll show you everything that I got. we just made it back from our Azure drop, and I did end up swinging by Aldi for a couple things. Either I can't get them through Azure, or I just prefer to get them from Aldi. So I will show you those things. I am going to show you the prices today. So everything that I order, or almost everything that I order from Azure, is organic. So I've noticed that people really love to know the prices of things, especially when ordering bulk items. So the first thing that I got is going to be this Alexandre Farms, or Alexander Farms A2 half and half. So this is the half and half that I use in my coffee every morning. I also use this in my oatmeal, and one of these usually lasts me about a week to a week and a half. And I've heard that the A2 is great for people that have digestion issues with milk or milk products. So a lot of people that have some of those issues have been able to use the Alexander Farms milk or half and half, just because it is the A2. I don't know all of the science behind that, but I do encourage you to do your own research if you are struggling with some digestive issues with milk products. This might be a great option for you. So I did get 6 of these, and the price for 6 of them was $22.57. And like I said, that's going to last me probably about 6 weeks. So that's the first thing I got. The next thing I got is going to be these frozen raspberry pieces. So it was much cheaper to order the raspberry pieces versus the whole raspberries. And to me, that doesn't really matter, as that I'm not getting whole berries, because raspberries tend to fall apart anyways. And I'm going to use these in like a yogurt parfait or muffins, or basically anything that you would use like a fresh raspberry for. Besides snacking, you can totally use the frozen ones for. So I am pretty excited to have these on hand. These are going to go in our deep freeze, and I'm excited to have them on hand. I know I haven't really shared much on our cooking from scratch journey, but it really is, or has become, a huge part of our lifestyle, especially mine. I do most of the cooking and the baking in the house, not because I have to, but because I choose to, and I really enjoy that. I've been trying new recipes and trying new seasonings, and it's really been a lot of fun just trying to feed my family different meals, not getting in the repetitive cycle of having the same things for dinner every single day. The next thing I got is going to be these Gamma Seal lids. So I do have a couple of bulk grains that I ordered that are going to be going into 5-gallon buckets, and these are the lids that I'm going to be using on them. If you aren't familiar with the Gamma lids, they are for the 5-gallon buckets, and it's actually 2 pieces. So I'll make sure to show you how to use these. I need to do a whole pantry organization video because it's kind of out of control since the move. Things have just gotten dropped and put in places and shuffled around, and it's a huge disaster. I can't find some things from my last Azure order because in the move, like I said, things have just gotten jumbled around and put where they can go, anywhere they can go. So like I said, I do have 2 grains that I ordered, and that's what these are going to be going for. The next thing I ordered is going to be this Sriracha sauce. So I love Sriracha. I use it a lot of times when we do like a cashew chicken or like a rice, some kind of like sushi, homemade sushi. I always mix Sriracha with mayonnaise, and I was actually kind of surprised by one of the popular brands that I've always purchased. I didn't love the ingredients, and so I was looking for a cleaner option, and I saw this on Azure. I did only buy 1 bottle of this because I don't know that I'm gonna love it, and I really want to make sure that when I purchase, 6 of something, 8 of something, a dozen of something, that it's going to be a product that our family loves and that our family is going to use. There's really no purpose in purchasing bulk foods if it's not something that you're going to enjoy eating. And so everything that we have in our pantry is are things that we love and that are going to be used. So I am excited to give this a try, and if we do love it, then I will be purchasing whatever the amount, if it's 3, if it's 6, I can't remember. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. So the next thing I'm really excited about is going to be this Portland barbecue sauce. So I recently tried their Worcestershire, and it's very good, but I've been looking for a barbecue sauce. We now have a grill, a propane grill, so I can just go out and cook dinner and not have to start charcoals, and I'm very excited about that. And so barbecue chicken on the grill is one of my favorite meals to make, or was always one of my favorite meals to eat growing up, and I was looking for a barbecue sauce that had good clean ingredients, something that was going to be high quality for my family. And I already had tried their Worcestershire sauce, and I really wanted to try their barbecue sauce. So like I said, I only purchased one to begin with, and then if I like it, then I will of course go ahead and purchase the 3, the 6, whatever it was, and that will just go into our extended pantry, which is below our house. So the barbecue sauce was $5.08 for a bottle, which is quite pricey for a barbecue sauce. This is not going to be something that we use all the time. This is going to be kind of like a luxury item, something that we ration. And you know, I can justify splurging on certain things once in a while. Not everything has to be cheap or about saving the most money all the time. So if this is something that our family enjoys, then I don't mind spending $5 on a bottle of barbecue sauce, because we're still saving so much money versus eating out. So this $5.08. The Sriracha ended up being $5.87, but a little bit does go a long ways, and this is going to last me a very long time. The next thing I got is going to be this black pepper. So you can buy 1-pound packages of their seasonings, and that's actually what I do. I don't purchase the little bottles because, especially in the stores, they're like, I don't know, they're like up to like $5 for like the little 4-ounce jar for organic seasonings. And for the 1-pound packages, some of them are, I don't know, like this one was $14.78, but all of my spices in my cabinet are from Azure, and I purchased all 1-pound packages of them, and they do vary in price from anywhere from like $6 to like, you know, $18 or so for a pound, but this is gonna last me a very long time. I had mentioned in my last video that we aren't trying to have, you know, 30 years worth of food at a time. We're really just trying to focus on 1 year at a time. I just think it's a good idea to have things on hand. We aren't hoarding things. We aren't clearing shelves. We are gradually stocking up a little bit at a time, just to prepare for whatever life throws us. You know, life is so unpredictable, and you just never know what could happen. And this isn't us living in fear. This is just us living in preparedness. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. The next thing I got is gonna be these unsweetened coconut chips. And these are one of those things that I was trying to get for a couple of months now. So I make all of our own cereals and granolas and things like that, and I wanted something to add to it to change it up from time to time. I really would love to do a video showing you all how I do my cereals, because we don't buy store-bought cereal from the store anymore, because it's just so full of junk, and I don't want to be eating that, and I don't want my children to be eating that. So I did get the coconut to, of course, just snack on, but also to add to the granola and change up our cereals every once in a while. And for that, this is 2.5 pounds. So this is a pretty large bag. And this was only, where are you? This was only $8.68, which is crazy. I know in the stores that, you know, a bag, you know, a quarter size of this was like half of that. So it is 2.5 pounds. And this is one of those things, my jars, my gallon jars, I tried to order those were out of stock. So I guess I'll try again next month, but this is one of those items that is going to be going into my gallon jars. The next thing I got is going to be this If You Care parchment paper. So this is unbleached and has no additives. If you look at the parchment paper from the store, all of that has been bleached, and I don't want my food touching something that's been bleached. I mean, what's the point? Why? So I did go ahead and get 3 of these, and I use parchment paper like whenever I do my cereals. I use it a lot of times if I'm just feeling lazy and I don't want to clean up a mess, like I'm rolling out pie crust, I will just put some parchment paper down and roll it out on here, and that does help me save time on the cleanup process, which I don't always love. So I did get 3 of these, and it was the cheaper price if you order 3 versus if you order 1. So the price on these was $17.77 for all 3. And I am very excited to try those. I don't know if you saw my last video, but I did order 3 of the If You Care baking cups. So this is what I use when I make my muffins, and it's the same company. It's unbleached. They're brown, so, but I don't care. I kind of like it. I really like it. Looks very rustic and natural, and that's how I like it. So I did go ahead and order, I guess last time I just added 3 to my order, but it was even cheaper if I ordered 4. So I did get 4 boxes of these, and for all 4 boxes, it was only $8.44. So there's 60 per box, and these are gonna last me a long time. The recipe I wanna do tomorrow, I have another couple things that I ordered for them, but the recipe that I want to do tomorrow is going to be using these, so you'll get to see them again. 4 boxes of those. And then the next thing I got is going to be this honey. So this is orange blossom honey. I have not tried it yet, but one quart of honey here is like $20, and this was for 12 pounds, and I'm pretty sure this is a gallon size jar, but for 12 pounds of honey it was $49.71, which I know sounds kind of expensive, but it's really not. It's a very good deal. If I were to buy 4 quarts of honey locally, that would be like $80. And I do still keep local honey on hand. I use it medicinally. So if I have a sore throat or something like that, I do prefer, or allergies, I do prefer using the local honey versus something like this. This is my first time ordering this, so I really hope we love it. But a lot of my baking recipes, I use honey as the sweetener versus sugar. I no longer use white sugar in our home. We do have organic cane sugar, and that's okay, but I really do prefer to use honey when I can. And things like my granola, I have to have honey. So I really wanted to get some bulk, or like a bulk container of it, because I do go through it pretty quickly. So I got that. And then of course I did get the November sales flyer. You get this every month, and these are just things that are going to be on sale for the following month. I mean, there's a lot of things, so I'll have to sit down and read through that this evening, I guess. And then let's see. If you saw my last video, I got that soap. There was no fragrance added. It was just like plain soap, and I loved it. They're out of stock, so I settled for the next best thing. This is gonna be Oatmeal Soap by them. And it's, you know, it does have oatmeal in it, but oatmeal is actually very good for your skin. And I did go ahead and get 3 of these. I do hope that their other soap is back in stock next month, but if it's not, I'm sure I'm gonna love these, and I'm just gonna go ahead and order the 12 pack because it is cheaper. So for these 3 bars of soap, I paid $6.28. So yeah, it just smells like soap, and I love it. I really love it. It's just like, I don't know, like clean, but not, there's no fragrance, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty excited to try that with the oatmeal, see how my skin feels. And then almost to the end here, so we have a dishwasher. We have not had a dishwasher in almost 10 years because we lived, you know, our house was built in 1911, and that was way before dishwashers were even invented. But we have a dishwasher here, and I'm loving, loving, loving having one. I really wanted to have a cleaner option to wash our dishes with, because why are we, you know, doing all these organic things and healthier things if we're using soaps or other things like that that aren't necessarily good for us or good for the environment. So I did get this Azure Clean dishwashing powder, and I really do hope that we love it. I am not familiar with dishwashers anymore. You know, I had one as a kid, but as an adult, it's like a brand new thing. So it says that this is good for 45 loads, and I paid $15 for this. So that makes it what, like 30 cents per load? I think, something like that. And then let me turn you around, and I'm going to show you the bigger things that I got. These are going to be going into the 5-gallon buckets with the Gamma lids, and they're going to last a very long time. I did get this 25-pound bag of whole blue corn. So this is going to be able to be ground down into cornmeal or into grits. And I thought the fact that it was blue was just a nice touch, just something different. My kids will love it, and that will hopefully entice them to eat it. So the price on the whole blue corn was $22.68 for the 25-pound bag. And then for the 50-pound bag of hard red wheat was $41.66. So not a bad price for organic things. My total ended up being, so my shipping portion of it was $23.89, and then my total for everything plus my Azure cash. So I get like a kickback for every item that I get. There's like a few cents that go towards your next order. And then also if I have a referral link, and if someone uses that referral link, then I get a certain credit towards my order, and then they have a code that they can share, and they'll get credit on their order once they share theirs. So, okay. So my total ended up being $298.26 for everything, and I'm very happy with that. I had ordered some cheese that did not ship, so next month that will be going into my cart. And so yeah, that's the only thing that did not ship this month. That's everything from Azure. And then very quickly, I'm just going to go over what I got at Aldi's. I ended up getting 2 bags of these string cheeses for my kids. They love to snack on these, especially after school. They'll just come home and eat a string cheese and usually something else. But I did get 2 bags of those. The next thing I got is just going to be some cottage cheese. We usually eat this with our dinner as like a side dish, and it's a great source of protein. The next thing I got is going to be this plain yogurt. I actually tried to order some yogurt from Azure, but it was out of stock, and I saw that it was out of stock before I placed my order, so I just went ahead and took it out of my cart. But it's called Strauss European style yogurt, and I'm dying to try it. I just haven't had a chance to try it yet because it's always out of stock. So I went ahead and got this for now. I wasn't able to eat yogurt for a long time, and I'm finally able to eat yogurt again, and I've really been enjoying having like yogurt parfaits with my, you know, the yogurt and then the granola and then fruit. It's become one of my favorite snacks. So I also got this cranberry cheddar cheese. This is my husband and I's favorite cheese. It's not organic or anything like that, but it's really a treat whenever we get it. We used to do charcuterie boards like every usually on Fridays, we would do Friday night charcuterie boards, and cheese was always, you know, we always had like many nice different cheeses, and this was one of our favorites. This is one that we put on the board every time, and I saw it when I ran in, and so I went ahead and grabbed it. And this is only $2.50 for one of these blocks of cheese. I also got 2 things of bananas. One of these is looking a little ripe, so I'm probably gonna try to eat as much of those as we can, and whatever we don't eat, I'll just chop up and put into smoothies. Azure does not sell fresh bananas. They do sell frozen bananas, but the reviews are kind of mixed on there. Some of them have come like partially thawed on their way to their drop or wherever they were going, and they were kind of like a big mush or like block of banana when it came time for them to try to thaw them. So I don't know that I'm going to be ordering frozen bananas through them, but I do love fresh bananas. My kids love fresh bananas, and so I wanted to grab some of these while I was in town. I did grab a 10-pound bag of potatoes. You guys have seen potatoes. They're over there on the floor, so I'm not going to show you those, but I did get a 10-pound bag of potatoes, and then a few onions. We've really been going through the onions lately, especially with our taco bowls. I've had taco bowls twice this week because of our meal planning malfunction. So we really enjoy cooking onions in with the meat whenever I cook the meat. So I grabbed a bag of those, and then the last thing that I got is just this bag of plums. These aren't organic. Yeah, these aren't organic, but that's okay. You know, we can't be perfect all the time. We can't have organic every single thing every single time. So I'm okay with these, but the cold and flu season is upon us, and I just really wanted to have some fresh fruit in the house to snack on to get some vitamin C and nutrients into our bodies. So I did get these, and that's everything that I got. So I hope you enjoyed this Azure haul. I know this video is kind of a longer one, but I have just become very passionate about cooking our meals from scratch and not feeding our family junk processed food. We are just really focused on having nutrient dense food in our lives, and you know, shopping through Azure is the best way that we found that we can do that. The more you buy, it does knock the price down some, and that really makes it more accessible for so many more families. Because if you were to go to the store and buy, you know, 1 pound or 5 pounds of organic flour, for instance, that's not always attainable to do in 5-pound increments at a time, especially whenever you start cooking everything from scratch. It's kind of crazy how much you go through, you know, flour, yeast, baking powder, baking soda, your like core ingredients. And so, you know, being able to offer things for a cheaper price when you buy more really is an amazing thing. And shipping direct to customer, they have an amazing business model. So you know, shipping directly to a drop, not to mention the community that is around the Azure drops. So I have met, and actually it's crazy because I saw one of the girls, I used to work in a restaurant, I don't know, 15 years ago. I waited tables there, and I saw one of the girls that I used to work with there, and I haven't seen her in 15 years, and she was there ordering food for her family, and that was very cool. You know, I have been there by myself and had some 50-pound bags, and you know, people are just happy to jump in and help you load your car, and the people are just, I have not had a bad experience like yet. So I will leave my referral link in the code below, and like I said, this will give me a little bit of a credit towards my next order, and then you're gonna have a code that you can share, and then you can get a credit on your orders. So they really are amazing. I cannot recommend them enough. And yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It is a longer one, but I just am loving sharing these products with you. I have kind of been obsessed with watching other Azure hauls and what other families order. It's really opened my eyes to some of the products that they have that I didn't necessarily know that they had. So I'll be back again next month with another Azure order, and then probably in the next couple of days I'll release a couple of my cooking videos, or one of my cooking videos. So I hope you come back for that, and enjoy your evening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.